WPC driver board that had a hacked J115 where the GI goes in, and you can see I had to use a jumper on that fat trace in the center to get to the end pin. It was torn, and the next pin down was torn, and the client indicated that when he wiggled the connector, sometimes the GI would come back on, and I can see that happening because that torn through hole was not addressed very well. Then I put this board on the bench after I removed the, what we call the PinWiki last resort for 5-volt corrections, or hack 42, because it was generating about 7 or 8 volts. The LM323 would spike up to 7 or 8 volts, so that was clearly unacceptable. So I installed a nice easy SBC 5-volt regulator. I replaced the 5-volt cap at C5 also. Somebody had replaced that in the past and just did a janky job on it, so I replaced that. Power, 3 GI headers, 2 power headers in ground. And here's where the unregulated 5-volt header comes in. And we seem to be operating just fine. Here's the lamp matrix. So let's put it into test. And we'll get to the solenoid test and make it run. Sorry, that was an abrupt change. And all the solenoids are working correctly, no surprise. We'll come to general illumination. And these are all going to be working. I've seen this work about 1,000,000 times. It might be an exaggeration, but they are working. We'll do lamps and flashers at the same time. There's all the flashers. And here's all the lamps. Interesting how they kind of, it almost looks like it's flowing onto the 8x8 grid from the left to the right, but in real life you don't see that. It's a camera anomaly for being under fluorescent tubes. So that is it. I will say that somebody had replaced C4 here and C2 here before. I'm going to take that C2 out. That's an axial cap. I'm going to replace it with a correct cap, being a radial cap. Thanks so much for sending it.